Good morning. Very early morning right now here. Trying to get out here before the black flies wake up. It's that time of the year again. But I wanted to do a little video here, a little walk and talk about suffering is the key to revelation. I don't mean the book of Revelation, although that's true as well. What I mean is, if you want to have truth, ultimate truth revealed to you, you're going to suffer for it. And I don't just mean as a Christian. I mean anybody. If you're a scientist, there have been many scientists down through the years that in order to get to a discovery, they had to suffer. They had to be looked at as a little bit weird or maybe even as a crackpot by their academic peers or their scientific establishment. And they have to spend many hours in study and research and failures, just one failure after another, until they can finally invent or study whatever or prove whatever. Suffering. If you want to have something revealed to you, you have to suffer in order to get that. It's just the fact. How about an inventor? How many inventions, how many times do you try to make something and it doesn't work? And you try it again and you try it again and it fails, and you just keep inventing and you keep, okay, well that didn't work. Well, what if I would add this to it or add that to it or build it this way or change this or change that, or you suffer. And then the thing is finally revealed to you because you've gone through lots of suffering. How about a businessman? I remember watching a documentary a while back about Milton Hershey, the Hershey chocolate guy, the inventor of the Hershey chocolate situation. And he failed all the time. That guy. My grandfather actually knew him. Milton Denlinger was my grandfather's name, and Milton Hershey. And my grandfather knew each other because my grandfather was a jeweler and an artist. And so their paths crossed somehow. And actually I had a book written about different genealogies and from Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, and which Hershey's in that area there, Hershey, Pennsylvania. And my grandfather, or the Denlinger family, is in that book, our genealogy. So pretty interesting. But he failed a lot as an inventor slash businessman. And he tried different candy things and making candy and all across America. And he'd fail and he'd come back and he made caramel for a while, and then he came up with the idea of the milk chocolate thing, and and finally hit it big. But it was after years of failure. That's just the way things are. And as a Christian, if you expect to ever have anything revealed to you, you have to understand that there's going to be some suffering. That it's not going to be just some kind of a wonderful, happy life and whatever else. The Christian life is a life of suffering. That's just how it is. I've seen a lot of very successful people in life, and every single one of them has a story of suffering, of having to go through some things. But I'm going to share the scriptures with you here. The book of Romans, chapter 8 and verse 14, it says, "For as many as are led by the Spirit of God, they are the sons of God." Being led by the Spirit of God. The Holy Spirit will guide you into all truth. The Bible talks about that. For ye have not received the spirit of bondage again to fear, but ye have received the spirit of adoption, whereby we cry, Abba, Father. The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of God. And if children, then heirs of God, heirs of God, and joint heirs with Christ. Okay? See, all positive stuff, right? Oh man, it's nice to be a child of God and actually to be considered His son. Black flies are starting to come out, that's why you see me doing this. But continue reading. Verse 17 there. We'll start at the beginning again and go back down through. And if children, then heirs, heirs of God and joint heirs with Christ, if, conditional clause, if so be that we suffer with Him, that we may be also glorified together. If. You get all the good stuff. Oh man, I'm a child of God. I'm a joint heir with Jesus Christ. I have his millennial reign. I'm going to reign with him. We shall reign with him if we suffer with him. Oh man, it's just going to be wonderful. It's just going to be this great time and everything. If you suffer. If you're some kind of a Christian that avoids suffering all your life, it's not going to go well with you. You're not going to reign with Jesus Christ. Verse 18. Romans 8 verse 18. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. When you get to the point where you've succeeded in life, where you get your invention or you create your scientific discovery or whatever else, it's you look back at your suffering and you say, well, it was worth it. You're through it and you say, okay, the blood, sweat, and tears and whatever else I had to shed in order to get this, it was worth it. Here I'm going to show you these beautiful apple blossoms here on the tree. You can see they're not open yet, but they're getting ready to open up. Last year we had some bad frosts in the morning, getting down into the 20s at night, Fahrenheit of course, and killed all the apple blossoms, and therefore we didn't get any apples. Not real great. Hopefully this year we won't have that. It's finally stopped raining. It's actually looking like it's going to be a sunny day. I'll spin the camera around this way. See the sun on the trees back in here. But just thought it'd be an important video to make. I'll link a bunch of videos at the end, of course, a bunch of sermons. Again, these videos that I'm doing right here, these videos will link you to actual sermons where I'm sitting there and we go through the Bible. I don't just, this is all that I do or something. No, I actually do put together the scriptures. And this land that I'm on here, it took me years to get this land. And a whole lot of suffering. A whole lot of very hard trials that I went through. And I don't know if you can see behind me here, this trail. But I did this trail. I made this trail with chainsaw and everything else and cleared this trail myself. This was not here when I got here. Hard work. There was actually like a hornet nest or something back there, and my dog got stung and I got stung. And what do I think about that? Well, it's just part of it. You know, a lot of people out there, they get jealous. They see, oh, you have all this land and whatever else. Yeah, but I had to suffer to get here. I had to go through a lot to get to this property, to get to the point where I could say I have enough money to buy this land, and I got a really good deal on it. Bought it for less than tax assessed value. And I don't know what to tell you if you get to the point where you're jealous over that. Although I can tell you pretty much guaranteed, if you're jealous of my property that I have, that's because you don't know how to work for a living. You're not somebody that wants to suffer. Because those who want to suffer, those who want to work hard, they look and they say, wow, that's great. I'll take some advice from Brother Brian. But why would I get jealous? Why would I be upset about a man working hard and being rewarded for the fruits of his labors? Putting in so many hours to finally be able to get a property, and then have to work hard to build it, to make things happen. Where there's laundry lines, put those up. This little building here behind me, just a quick little shed. I used it originally just for storage. I've done a lot over the years, and the Lord has blessed us as a result of the hard labor that I've put in. So I suggest you do the same. Learn that if you want to have things revealed to you, then suffering is a big part of that. All right? And you shouldn't shun that. That's what the Bible teaches. So that is going to be it. Thank you very much for watching.